What's going on, guys? It's Snooze603, and joining me today is Fake Thriller.
Hello there.
So today what we're going to do is just kind of go over everything related to the game modes in Medal of Honor Warfighter. I know a lot of you guys are still on the fence, so we want to continue with this mini-series, if you will, of just informational videos to really break down everything that the game has to offer in greater detail to help you make that decision of whether or not you think this is a game you want to get. So without further ado, we have several different game modes. There are technically five unique game modes, and then two alternate kind of game modes. So first off, I want to cover one of the ones that had, as far as I know, we didn't get to see any gameplay footage of whatsoever, and it was Combat Mission. So what Combat Mission is, the rules are you attack all all objectives by destroying them. There are 3 objectives, or you can win by defending by killing off the entire team. They have 100 tickets. So essentially, it's kind of like Rush, and you've got 3 fixed bomb sites, all in sequential order. So you get bomb site A, you have to take that down, or you end up dying. You lose your 100 tickets, and that's it. Once you take down A, you get to move on to B. Once you take down B, you get to move on to C. It's pretty simple, but I like it. I think it's a really fun game mode.
The easiest way to explain it for Battlefield players is it's Rush with only one MCOM. But think about, like, the maps are different for Medal of Honor, so it plays a little different. It's not as big. There's not as many routes you can go, so there's a lot of gun-on-gun firefights at these choke points as you approach the target.
Yep, it definitely makes things for a little bit more fast-paced and interesting gameplay than you would be accustomed to on Battlefield 3, because things are a lot more condensed.
So the second game mode that we're going to talk about is called Hotspot, and this was the one that people have probably seen the most of because this was the game type featured in the beta. And just to give you guys a heads up on what the rules are, there's an attacking team and there's a defending team. And on the map, there's 5 different points that are laid out. Any one of these 5 points could become the next target. When the target is chosen, it's up to the attacking team to arm a bomb and then defend it until the bomb explodes. It's the first team to 3 points. So if you blow up a bomb site, your team gets 1 point. If you stop them from blowing up that bomb site, you get another point. The defending team gets a point. And then after the time limit for that bomb site is up, you move on to another randomly selected bomb site.
Yeah, so it's essentially kind of, again, it's kind of like Rush, but everything's a lot more randomized. You don't have your fixed spawns, and you have to go, working your way across the map. It's all randomized, so, everyone gets a start. When you're on the defending team, it tells you which station you have to defend. So there's at least order to how it begins, and then if, say you don't get to hold them, and the enemy team comes up, and they do attack the station, they blow it up successfully, it will tell you where the next one is going to be, so you all can get into position. Some people are so-so on that, but I think it's still a pretty good balance. As long as you have a good team, you're working together, you can still overrun them.
Now, the next game mode is pretty much your standard one. It's called Sector Control. A lot of people will relate to the game mode Domination in Call of Duty. It's simple. There's 3 flag points, fixed spawns on each team. There's essentially a home flag for each team, and then you guys should be fighting over the middle flag. But the fixed spawns create issues with spawn camping and stuff like that. It's probably one of the most basic game modes, or most traditional game modes in the game.
Yep, nothing overly special about it. In a nutshell, it's Domination for anyone that's familiar with the Call of Duty series, or Conquest Domination in Battlefield 3. It's all the same thing.
Right.
So there's also all team deathmatch. That's it. It's just team deathmatch. The kill limit is set to 75 kills. Personally, I like to see it go upwards of 100 kills to make the games last a little bit longer. But overall, it's not bad. It's got a nice tone. It takes maybe like 5 or 6 minutes per game. Things move pretty quickly.
Yep. And the final game mode is a bit of a unique one. I haven't played anything exactly like it. It takes a lot of features from a lot of different game modes, and it's called Home Run mode. And the easiest way to describe it is think of Search and Destroy in Call of Duty or Counter-Strike, where there's an attacking team and a defending team, and there's 2 objectives. In this case, they're flags. And the objective for the attacking team is to go to one of those flags, pick it up, and then bring it back to their spawn. All the while, the defending team is trying to keep them from doing it.
Right. So the rules behind this is there are no respawns in each round, and you can play upwards of 10 rounds. So if you die, you have to wait for the round to end, and that's either again done by either the team capturing the flag or the entire attacking team is eliminated. You get 2 points if you bring a flag home, and you get 1 point if you eliminate the entire enemy team before capping a flag. So it's if you got two really, really good teams, things move fast. So make sure you're quick about getting into position. It's
a game mode that's all about like being spot on with your aim, throwing pre-nades, predicting enemy movement, because you only get the one chance. You don't get to die and then come right back. It's do or die time every round.
Yep, and this is one of I feel that Home Run is the playlist that is most advantageous of you to work within your fire team and be very, very tactical. Because if you can keep up reviving, alternate, when one guy needs to reload, back him up, let him reload, move the other guy up and engage, you can do a lot of work. So it's very, very critical. If you want continued success on Home Run, you need to be very, very good about working with your fire teammate.
Yep, and the last two game modes that are offered, and I hesitate to even call them game modes, the last two options when you go into Quick Match in Warfighter are called Real Ops and Warfighter, and essentially they're combination game types. The only difference is Real Ops turns on friendly fire and has a minimized HUD, and you play combat mission and hotspot. And then Warfighter is a combination of sector control and team deathmatch with traditional rules.
So that's pretty much it. We just want to kind of break down all the different game modes in here. There's not many, but I actually think that we have more options than Battlefield 3 does at this point. Things are a little bit more varied in the overall game modes. You definitely get very, very different types going from, say, something like Home Run to Team Deathmatch. Gives a bit of everything. There's a game mode to handle every kind of player, and I really like that. It's really good. It caters to everyone.
Yep, and each game mode definitely has its own nuances on how to be played best, but we have yet to figure those out, so we'll check back in with you guys once we got some tips and tricks to share.
All right, guys, we'll catch you guys later.
Later.